There are no secrets in conference play. They know you, you know them, and there's always a little trickle of bad blood here and there, particularly when both teams are ranked as these two are in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the USF Bulls, Tampa, Florida, and Raymond James Stadium. As we'll see the number 18 team in the country, the Tulane Green Wave, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the South Florida Bulls. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Tulane will kick it off to get this game underway. Looking for blockers. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So USF's offense will go on the attack first. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week, and watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick, the ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will, a really nice day, and I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game, maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. These teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
And the Bulls will line it up on 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. Picks up the 1st down, still moving. Oh, he's got some space. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, USF.
You're the better team. You're playing at home. That's the way you start a football game. Putting a drive together, getting 6 on the board, taking the lead. Nice start by this offense.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they knew how to close the deal, rolling double nickels and the 55-yard touchdown run. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Tulane Green Wave offense will have its first chance to go on the attack. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
They'll snap it from the 47 on first down. Wants to throw on first down. The sure hands, it's Preston. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
After giving up a few extra yards after a hitch throw, I wonder if this defense is going to want to give this guy this much access moving forward. They might be thinking about more press coverage or playing some zone coverage where the corner's right up on him.
Looking to throw on first down. Got his man quickly. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
And that's a really nice route by the wide receiver. Just understanding I got to win right now. I got to get inside of that guy. And I know I'm going to get contact. You run over the middle of the field on a slant, you're going to get hit. Nice job securing the catch, making the play.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Fires to the big fella. He'll be stopped at the 32. Still ground to cover if they want to convert, and fourth down is coming. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. Coming out with it, it's Smith. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Power football with the run. There he goes! And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front, paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
The Bulls, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. They'll give it to him again. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it's going to be hard to stop.
They're lining up on 1st and 10 from the 38. They believe they can run right here. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
And the Bulls now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They've got him working one, but they're going to throw it. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you could see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Complete. Touchdown, Bulls. Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-3. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the final 41 yards covered by that touchdown strike. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. They might be feeling a little heat here as they've fallen into a 14-3 hole early. To the air on 1st down. They're setting up the screen. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
They'll go up top on 2nd and short. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Tulane lines up on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Another incompletion on 3rd down. And here comes the punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. Slips through the line. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. They've come out red hot already with a 14-3 lead. Tight end now in motion. Snags a quick pass on the left. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Early in the game, I love getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Easy pitch and catch. You've thrown them 4,000 times. Not big shots, but just put you in nice positions on the next downs coming up.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Fires into traffic, picked off. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. Here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
The marker rests at the 39, and that's what they need here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Complete downfield. They are on the move as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 28. New set of downs after the completion. Here's the handoff. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. plucks it out of the air.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Good timing on the quick out. They kept him out of the end zone, but not before he gets it to the 1-yard line, and it'll be 1st and goal.
And when this quarterback is in a rhythm, this offense is really hard to stop. You've seen that on this drive. He's 3 for 3, but they're also running the ball well.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Greenway.
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays and big...
Start and operating with a 14-10 lead. To the air, it's Barber. Got his man downfield. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Little touch pass to the receiver. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the 1st quarter. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Give to the running back. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. The Bulls will line up to punt it away. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. They put it in the end zone the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to really take control of this game.
You can feel the momentum shifting. If they were able to take the football here, drive it down the field, and score again, David, they would have all of that momentum on their side.
And there's nothing about momentum that you can quantify. Like, I don't understand it, but once it gets going in one direction, a lot of times it's so hard to swing it back the other direction. The momentum is real, and they got it.
Looking to fire. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And you're seeing the pass rush on the 2nd play of the drive. They dial it up. Look at the speed and athleticism this defense has as they corral the quarterback for a loss.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Well, we talked to the offensive staff coming into this one. They knew going up against the top 25 defense with respect to sacks per game that they had to do a good job protecting the QB, but they have not been able to get that done so far. They've already now allowed 3 sacks in this game.
Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Barber. quickly complete. He'll step out of bounds. He's at the 33-yard line.
And a play like that, that seems routine, but it only works if the quarterback can get the ball out on time and out in front of the wide receiver. That allows the receiver to keep separation from the defender, and the ball hits him in stride.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit him with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
He leaves it with his back. Breaks into the open. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Leaves it with the running back. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
Nice job by the defense. A lot of times offenses want time to mesh that RPO and read it. Nah, the defense got in there so fast, they didn't give him an option. Got the nice tackle for a loss, putting the offense in a worse situation.
They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown Bulls.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. He'll keep it himself. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Tulane to the line, facing 2nd and short. Back to pass. Fires to the big fella. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
The Green Wave trying to move the chains on 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. No fair catches here, looking for room. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. South Florida ready to send the offense back. Field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. The give to the tailback. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Now they'll run the draw. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And oftentimes running backs love draw plays because there's less traffic in front of them. The offensive line is selling pass, the quarterback's selling pass. They don't get the handoff until the very last possible second. So the D-line's rushed way upfield, and now it's so much easier for these backs to find their holes and pick their lanes.
Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense because third down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. Pulls it in. It's Smith.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Barber. Here comes the heat. Takes a hit as he fires. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass defense.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? From the gun, wants to pass. With the catch, it's Williams. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
And the Bulls are moving quickly down the field. Rides the back on the option, the give. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
The Bulls with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Right back to him on the ground. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
And the Bulls will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Simpkins. Turning it on. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down.
Well, they pick up the first down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneak the running back screen right in behind them and pick up the first.
Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Using his legs, it's Simpkins. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Oh, they're after him. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, South Florida.
And man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Michigan State is getting hammered right now. They are the nail, and that figurative mallet is just pounding them into the ground. What a bad look. They're trailing by 14 to Oregon. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes. Oh, he's got some space. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Grab near the sticks. It's Preston. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Finds the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Second down, he'll throw it. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. So, Jesse, they're able to connect on the crossing route against the zone. You run that pattern against that coverage. What do you have to keep in mind?
Well, the receiver needs to know where the soft spot is in the defense so he can gear himself down.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Well, defenses get excited when they see the quarterback in an empty backfield like that. They know, hey, if I'm not going to have to beat a running back or a tight end to get there, if I get to him, I might have an opportunity to knock this thing loose, and that's exactly what happened for the defense.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. The lone back's got it. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The Bulls with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Looking to throw, it's Barber. Snagged in the middle, it's Price. They'll immediately call timeout.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to go up top on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Nimrod. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. He splits the uprights, and that will extend their lead even further. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, you've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far today in Tampa. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball, he is a problem. And I don't think this defense has the solution. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside Raymond James Stadium.
And the Bulls will kick it off to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on 4th downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The option look. He'll toss it. And the fourth option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. What precise footwork along the sideline to get that toe down for the catch. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. On the ground, it's Price. There he goes. The 30, the 20. Touchdown, USF. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And this offense is clear. We're not done. We got the lead, but we're going to come out in this second half, and we're going to be explosive, create some big plays, and they do. On the first drive, setting the tone, saying we are going absolutely nowhere.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap and you've got a touchdown on the board. They're set to kick it off. And you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Wants to throw on first down. Using the quick game. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
They go to the ground. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Floating away. Makes his man miss. Coming through with that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
You got to be impressed with the quarterback on that last play because he's already been sacked a ton of times in this game. He knows he does not have a lot of time to survey the field, get through his progression. So as soon as he feels a lane to take off and run, he's going to take it. And a really nice job that time, showing off the athleticism and picking up the first down.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense picks it up.
Those are hard for offensive linemen when they get beat and you're going, no, look out for your blind side, watch out. But great job rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground and getting the football out, a little extra bonus. Nice job by the defense getting nasty.
South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or do you say, hey, QB, throw that thing out there?
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
The Bulls can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking downfield, it's Barber. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
They're going to try to throw for it on third down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
Man, as a defensive coach, that's a win. When you can be already put in a bad position because your offense fumbles and they're in scoring position and you give up just 3, that is a situational football at its best. Nice job by this defense, handling a little adversity and just giving up the field goal.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. They coughed it up on that last drive, but the defense really bailed them out, holding them to a field goal, Jesse.
Yeah, and I think the offense kind of got away from their identity a little bit on that last drive, David. They got to kind of get back to doing what they do.
Yeah, and hold on to the football. I mean, defense just did their job. Stopped them, held them to a field goal, limited the damage. Now it's time for the offense to get the momentum going again.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. He's going to take off. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And this offensive line's... do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great, but they got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in the second half.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He makes the catch close to the sticks, but he'll be a little short of the first down.
Yeah, and that's one of those where you just look at the coverage. You look at down the field, taking away all the options, making sure you don't throw that ball downfield to get the first down. The only option, check it to the running back. Now I close that space. Nice job tackling.
The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. To the ground with the back. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
Nice job by this defense. Listen, you got to understand, they're going to run the football. They're going to try to milk the clock, Jesse. They got the huge lead.
Haven't been a lot of good plays for this defense in this game so far, so can they build on that one? Can they create some turnovers here in the second half to get back in this game?
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Barber. Grabbed over the middle, it's Price. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. And the Bulls will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Off play action on 1st down. Caught behind the line. It's Robinson. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Pulls and fires complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And a great job on the defense, seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Look. We have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Bulls can really attack on this 2nd and short. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, 2nd and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
The defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. Looking to pass, it's Barber. Lost one deep down the right side. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. And the Bulls line up to punt it away.
Number 39 on to kick it away.
And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Hard. Another broken tackle.
Man, I just love physical backs that break tackles and get those extra yards and show that toughness, Palmer.
He's so hard to get on the ground, David. He plays with great pad level and also has phenomenal balance for a running back.
And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. Slithers into space. Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They'll run play action. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Well, this offense keeps giving up sacks, and they keep finding themselves in situations like this, 3rd and long right now. They don't have many points in this game, and this is a big reason why. It's hard to score if you don't keep the 3rd downs manageable. So moving forward, whether it's running the football on 1st and 2nd or throwing short passes earlier in the drive.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. They'll leave it with him. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, it's Barber. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. But no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
You couldn't dial it up much better than that as he knocks it out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of there, you-know-what.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Looking for a crease. It's Robinson. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Pulls and fires complete to the right. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
Out of bounds at the 38. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
We've come to the end of the quarter, and USF is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They go back to work in the final period of this one. From the gun, the ground game. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Green Wave put itself in a mess behind the sticks here on 2nd down.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
Williams will pass. Pressure coming. Turns it loose deep. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Crosses the 45. Still running at the 40. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Bulls come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Leaves it with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He'll pull it on the read. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Really nice job by the defense playing responsibility football, making sure the quarterback couldn't make any of his reads, making sure the picture is not clear, getting downhill, getting the quarterback on the ground.
They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. To throw, it's Barber. That's caught. It's Williams. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. And here comes the field goal unit. This kicker has already made a couple today. And this one splits the uprights. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28. The green wave lining up, facing 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And as a defense, a lot of times you're coming into the game and you're just trying to limit the damage when you play a really great quarterback. And they've done more than that today. They have dominated this football game. The offense has carried their weight, and this is looking like a great outcome.
Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Motion from the wideout. Hand off from the shotgun. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. He'll try it again. Gets it past the marker. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Smart move to keep it on the ground. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. Gonna run it. It's Simpkins. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Bulls are moving quickly down the field. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Found that crease, and they knock him down after a pickup of 5 to the 32.
And I like the quarterback making the decision quickly. I'm going to give it. I'm not going to throw the football off the RPO and just let my back get some positive yards. You're getting 5+ yards. That is a great job by the offense. Continue to stick with that.
The Bulls in a good spot here with 2nd and short. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Back to pass, it's Tate. Caught close to the marker, it's Williams. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
He has been the go-to guy on offense all game long. And on a critical 3rd down here in the 4th quarter, surprise, surprise, guess who they go to? That guy.
And the Bulls will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. So close to cashing it in for this offense. trying to get it in. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. With jet sweep pass. He's trying to get it in. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. Texas A&M is darn near perfect offensively today. This is almost exactly the way they drew things up in practice this week. They're up 14 over LSU. Games like these just mean more in the SEC, and we'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should see.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Quickly out to the tight end.
I think in this situation, 2 minutes, trailing late, I think you got to be throwing to the sticks every time. I don't know if these short completions are going to get it done. You're just not going to have enough time to get down the field. So from a play calling standpoint, I think you want to think about being a little bit more aggressive.
Williams looking for a man. Gets it to him on the screen. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Screen pass just not working there. And you figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz. But because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
Tulane lines up on 3rd and short. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
A little screen to the running back. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker.
I don't love the play call at this juncture in the game. You're down. You've got to take shots. The defense is not going to be blitzing, so these screens probably aren't going to work.
They'll try to get it through the air. Bring in the heat. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
Both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.